Hey guys, welcome to this week's Forex analysis. Let's break down the key pairs I'll be watching. So the first pair we have is NZD USD. We can see that NZD USD broke the trend line. It also tested on 4-hour support resistance line and then moved up. We wanted this pair to do this, like continue the trend line, retest, and then give us this trade. In fact, I saw a lot of traders actually losing money. In the mind section, I could see that a lot of Forex traders entered a trade right from here and they fell in the trap because if you see on the 4 hour, it's looking like this. Good evening star, a rejection from right here. It's a good resistance line as well, and it's rejecting from right here and then it started moving down. So a lot of people entered this pair and eventually got their stop loss hit. And some people also entered right around here where they were looking for a sell, but again they got hit with a stop loss. Luckily, we were looking for price action to first give us a proper change of structure and then enter. If you check the previous video, I never asked anyone to enter this trade until this is done. So it's good for us. So now for this week, let's see what's there and what kind of price action I will be looking at. Currently, this seems to be a good resistance. Yeah, so previously here it is used once, but as this was a recent high, so it's important for us to mark it as a resistance. Let's set this line, daily SR. Okay. Now next, I think this is a good support right here on the daily timeline as well, not just 4 hour. So we'll mark this because we have one, two, three, four touches, which is good enough. And let's remove this 1 hour support resistance line for now. Let's also remove these. Okay. So we can see this support line has been once used to come down and then push up again. Okay. On the 4 hour time frame, of course, it came here, retested and moved up. But on the daily candles, this has not happened. Something like this has not happened. We might see it, we might not see it, but this is what we can predict that price might come around this area. Okay. And then reject from here. It can reject from around this level as well. But this is the main support line. So we'll look around here and we can then now mark around 4 hour support lines. So 4 hour, we can see a few rejections from right here. Yeah, we have it acting as resistance as well as support. So let's add it here. 4 hour support resistance. Yeah. So all we want price now is to come here. Let's see on 1 hour. So it's already a big swing high and a swing low. So even if the price comes here, the change of structure is not going to happen. So what we want to do is we want to find a local support and resistance. So this is what I do. This is what my strategy is. Once the price is around here, what I'll do is I'll either go on 15-minute or a 30-minute and I'll see what kind of support resistance is normally used to see a breakout. Okay. So we already have something on 4 hour and daily, but let's say this, for example, let's say this was a swing high right here. Okay. And this was a swing low. Now the price has been looking at it as a support for around three touches. And then once the price broke this area, it went up with a smooth around 1 is to 2 or something like that. Let's see. Let's say the price broke around here. The swing low was around this. Yeah, it gave around 1.5, 1.6, something like that. Okay. And on the second retest, it moved up much better compared to here. But Even our stop loss is right here. We can move this here and it will give us two. But that's not the point. The main point is I want local support and resistance first. Okay. So when I see local support and resistance around this area, what I'll do is maybe I'll look to buy. The price must come here, resist a little on smaller time frames, maybe 30 minutes or something like that, and then push up to previous high. Now the initial problem previously, once it got rejected from here, which wouldn't have been my entry, reason being I would have wanted it to touch right here. But the second time it's coming, I am okay. I'm fine with the price coming here and just rejecting from here because this price has already been liquidated. So we'll see how the price reacts and how the structures are formed, and only then I'll enter. So if you want to know if I have entered this position, you will find it on Telegram. So I post whenever I enter a position, I always post it on Telegram, but I do take time because I don't want people to follow me and enter trades. If you face loss in this trades, you will eventually blame me. So what I do is once the trade has moved out of position or it has went too much in drawdown, only then I post trades. So even if it is hitting a loss, you will know, and even if it's going to target, you will find it out. So NZD USD, this is one trade. Now let's look more. So you can count it as head and shoulder as well. So this is the shoulder, this is the head, and now this might be just another shoulder. So price might come around here and retest the trend line and then push up. Or the price might just go below trend line and then continue the trend. This has happened a lot. In fact, recently I just took a trade on AUD NZD. What the price did was right here. The price came down below the trend line. If you see on 4 hours, the price was very much below the trend line and then it went inside. And right here, I took the trade, but it was Friday, so I had to close it early. I took a break even on 1 is to 1, 1.1, yeah, and then close the trade because anyway, this was a resistance line. The only thing is the price is coming really slow right here, so I think it might break this resistance and move towards the new target of around right here. We'll see that. So NZD USD, we are looking for the trade. I already told you. The price action is smooth. Anytime the trade moves around this area from around this place, it goes up like this and it retests and then moves up. So this is what we are looking for again. It has done something similar right here as well. The price touched this area and then moved up, retested around this area, and then continued upward. So we might see this something like this again. So keep an eye here. Now let's look at Euro GBP. I think I'll mark this green because this might happen this week. Euro GBP, I took this trade, but I had to close it on break even. The sole reason was because I entered this trade on Wednesday pre-London session. Early morning it was. So I entered this trade on a wick. I initially was not going to enter this trade because I didn't like the price action so much. Okay. The red candles were a little bigger, but green candles were not small themselves. So I was not interested, but later it gave a breakout. And so what I did was I just put a sell limit right here for the price to come and enter. And eventually it was a good trade because the price for a very long time didn't break this level. So I didn't go in drawdown at all. And I closed my trade right around here, somewhere around this price rather than this. I took a break even and I was out because You can see the price action. It's coming up, going down, it's coming up, it's going down. You don't want to be in a trade like that because it's ranging and you don't know which news will eventually change the direction. Okay. So I got out of it. It was a nice trade. Now let's see what's there this week. So this also broke trend line this week. And if you see, it has clearly retested beautifully and then moved down. But the only problem for me to not enter was around these areas, because if you see this right here is a resistance line, right? So a lot of touches are happening right here. The price is coming down and it has never came down like this so smooth. In fact, the price always retest and then move down. So right here we can see there is no retest done on these lines and the price just kept going down. When I didn't see any consolidation, I was not interested to enter this trade. The general problem is, let's say you enter a trade right here, and if what would be your stop loss, right? You can keep a stop loss right here or a stop loss right here. But then again, the take profit will go way lower. Your target and your risk to reward is messed up. So you want the price at the right levels. So this was not a good trade right around here. But this place looked really nice to me because this is a resistance, right? So if the price coming here retests, see, it's a resistance. So if the price comes here and it is retesting and going back down, it is a good place to enter. The only problem was the price from Wednesday to Friday didn't do anything. All this movement took all the liquidity, and after that, nothing. So let's see what's there this week. So I know I'm sharing a lot of information with you. It's not just analysis. It's because I want you guys to learn from what I think and what I understand about these trades. Even though I analyze that I want the market to go like this, follow the trend, but I might take a trade which I had not predicted on Sunday. So and the reason behind these are like this, because the market went out of support line and it gave a breakout. So I am interested in entering. Let's keep the trend line for now because the price might continue back right here, because what happens is generally when it's a trend line and when the price comes back again, it might retest in the future. So let's keep this line here again and let's see what's there for us. So for daily, you see this pattern, it's a smooth wave like this, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. It's a good level to continue up again. Okay, it's also giving you a morning star pattern and the price might continue going up, and it has done something like this before. You can see here, even though there's a lot of consolidation here, but eventually it has done the same thing. It is coming here, doing this, coming here, doing this, and right around the same area it is pushing up again. Maybe it's continuing its trend on the larger time frame. We can look for an entry, something like this. Let's see. So price comes up here, goes down again, comes up here, goes down again. Okay, so the price is already here. It went down again. The problem is I see a lot of consolidation right here. See, the price is going up and then retesting this line and then going up and then coming back here again. This a price action like this is something I am not so much interested in. I think I'll skip Euro GBP completely, because the chances of stop loss getting hit is more compared to getting a good trade. So AUD NZD is in a trend. It is at a good resistance zone. Yeah. So if you see, even if the price wants to continue up, it has to come down and then go up again. So currently, I don't see a price action which justifies the current movement. Yeah, so there is some consolidation right here to move up. So maybe I'll look at AUD NZD and see what's happening in between the week. And if I find a good trade, I'll post it on Telegram. If I don't, I'll not. Yeah. I'll keep it blue. Euro USD. See how trend line works. The price came up, rejected the trend line, retested the trend line, and then gave a better, faster push towards downside. I like how trend lines react, and I'm a price action trader. So the only things I look out for is EMA and support resistance. And now support resistance can be in multiple ways. I only take support resistance from trend lines as well as horizontal support lines. So currently, if you see, the price movement right here was really great, but in the recent times there is a lot of consolidation. Okay, this thing started since August 27th of August 25, and it has continued till 12th September. So the price action doesn't look so good. It's in a trend, but the movements are not big enough for me to have an entry and a proper risk to reward. So the best way to take a trade on Euro USD would be when the price action either breaks out on the top or on the bottom. So once, if any of it happens, I'll push an update on Telegram over this. So again, this goes to blue. I like Euro USD very much. Reason being, you see a really clear and nice price action on pairs which are major and heavily traded. So let's move it here. UD, UD NZD and Euro USD. Euro USD. Yeah. Let's remove these lines as well. Now let's look at GU. So I took this trade actually. It's so sad for me. I knew the price is going to reject from here because it's all about probabilities, okay? So if you see on the daily, the price when coming from right this position has rejected like once, no, not this one, okay, once, twice, thrice, and four times. Okay, not this one as well. One, two, then three. And how many times it didn't do like that? It was only once. It didn't do like that. It did touch the price right here and push straight up. So that's a complete different scenario. But out of four, three times the price came from below and rejected from this area. So I did enter this trade with a very small stop loss, something like this. I covered the major. I had posted this on in multiple places. I had posted it in Minds and on my Twitter as well, I think. I didn't post this in the Telegram, reason being this was a very risky trade, a very high risk and high reward trade. For example, let's say I got an entry right around here. I actually took an entry around this place. Okay. And then imagine the risk to reward. See, the price went around till 6 in a week. So it's 6% if you see. So 1 is to 6 is a really good risk to reward. And the problem with this is, as it is a very high risk to reward trade, I moved my stop loss to around this place on 1 is to 1. Okay. So my 1 is to 1 was, yeah. So imagine I got out by a wick and then it continued till here to come back again and then move down. I could have easily gotten around 1 is to 4 or more if I wanted. But it was like what happened was the price. I was continuously watching this price action. So the candle started, and in I think in 1 minute or something like that, the price moved up, okay, on the fresh candle, and then it went down. There was no news, nothing. Just the price did this and went down. This is what it feels like getting hunted. It took my stop loss and gave me 1 is to 1 and then moved down. On the same candle, I would have closed more than 1 is to 3. Anyway, let's see what's there this week for us in GU. So GU is clearly doing what it is expected to do. You see, the price action is really nice. I don't see any reason the price to continue up. The only thing I see is there is consolidation, but the consolidation was also here as well. But it didn't break so much towards the upside. I would have preferred if red candle was a little stronger. We'll see over the week what happens. Let's see the 4 hour is what kind of support we have. The problem is if you see once the price comes here, goes down very smooth. This one did give a little structure right here, but even that is smooth compared to what is happening right here, right? There is a chance of a breakout. But I see a lot of consolidation here. Price is not rejecting the same way it has rejected here on the first touch, and then here, and then here. So, so if the price breaks out, the thing is we want to enter. The price has broken out right here, okay, and then rejected. So again, this trade might be difficult to enter. I don't know what's going on this week. We are not getting so many trades. GU, even if it enters, it has rejected from here in history. Okay. So we want to see a trade, something like this, where the price action moves around this place rather than this. Price action moves here, retest, and then go up. This would look really nice, and we can expect a similar price action. No, actually, we can expect price action to go not as fast as this. Reason being, you can see the consolidation is different. The price is moving slowly and wisely. So I think it might be very slower. So if we want to enter this trade, I would look for a breakout right here to retest and then buy. Sell, I don't think so. It's possible right now. I will eventually look for a buy, in fact, from this support line. So if the price moves around here, comes around here, I'll post an update on Telegram. So you guys then have a look over it. The price is right here. So of course, this might happen very soon until it consolidates and then we have the whole week around here. I think this price action will not take so much time. Let's see. Now AUD JPY is my favorite pair. Reason being it moves a lot and gives a really nice price action. And it has always made me a lot of money. AUD JPY, USD JPY, these are the best pairs. And the thing is with the JPY pairs, they move in a trend. They give really nice swing highs and swing lows. Like the direction and the movement is big and the best you can see compared to other pairs. So let's see on daily. Price is at a resistance area. It has a liquidity level of this place again. But the thing is, there are two things. First, this has acted as a support and a reversal zone. Okay. Also, the second thing is there is a lot of consolidation here, here, the first touch places, and then a lot of it's a really bad consolidating area. So this is not the priority pair this week, but the price action is really good. That's why I think with the speed of these candles, and I think this might come back and retest faster compared to the others. So let's see. If it starts consolidating, I would rather put a break even, close the trade. If it's moving nice, then we have a really good risk to reward here. Let's see. All we want is, okay, I'll delete this. Yeah. All we want for price action to do is come here, retest these levels, test this area, and then move up. Yeah. Let's see what happens. So guys, if you haven't joined Telegram, so please do. Reason being, a lot of this doesn't happen. Even though I predict the trades, a few trades are going to happen. So during the week, I might take a trade which is not similar to I have predicted today. So join me on Telegram. You'll see a lot of education there as well. Make sure you do that. Remove this alert line as well. Yeah. AUDJPY, we'll see what happens. EuroCAD. Okay, the price never came here. It in fact retested this 4 hour support resistance lines, and I'm glad I didn't enter this trade because it has done something similar to Euro GBP. But the only thing is it didn't it has been raging since Friday. So Friday the price came here, and Monday it moved to the support line, and then the same stuff. So let's see how it's looking like now. I can see one thing: whenever it consolidates, there is a shift of structure over smaller time frame is coming. So again, see, it came first here and then moved down here, and then it came back again here to move down nicely again, right? So something similar is happening again. You see the price is coming here, move down to the second trend line, and then coming back here again. All we want the price to do is, based on price action, just move down. Yep. Price is just repeating what has happened here, and it might follow exactly what it has done here. So we'll look for this. We'll look for shift of structure and possible resistance. Okay. So I do understand this trend line is a support line, but based on the price action and what I see here, what I want price to do right now is, as it has reacted, made this as its support, I want the price to break this support. Let's delete this. I want price to break this support. Okay. Go around your retest and then push again deeper. Then I'll take a trade till my trend line. This looks nice as well. Yeah. Mainly I want this support broken And even on smaller time frame, I see a retest and moving down. I'll be happy to enter this trade. Reason being, on 1 hour, we have this swing high and then a little bit broken. It's not completely broken because it's just the wicks and not close of bodies. So on 4 hour, we have this swing high, this swing low, and then this swing high around these areas, and then this swing low. So if the price breaks this, it will be somewhat bullish on smaller time frames, and then I'll be happy to enter. Maybe on Monday the price goes a little higher again and then does this. So we'll have a greater price action. Let's see. Euro CAD is good. USD CAD. USD CAD, I had predicted this trade. I didn't enter this trade, but I was just looking at it. Mm. Actually forgot to look at it during the week because there was so much happening on GBP, USD, Euro USD, and then AUD, NZD, Euro GBP. Let's delete this. Sorry. So this is a good resistance line. Okay, there are two different things we can look at right now, right here. See, once we can look at a price action like this, or we can look at a price action which is something like this. Okay, this is a liquidity level, this area, right? Which comes the second time, not the first time. So what we want now is, the price to, let's look at a smaller, yeah. So what we want price to do is either do this, retest, and then go down. So this would be a area to sell, but I want close of bodies on time frame like 1 hour on this, and then I also want an engulfing bigger candles. You see, whenever the price is going down, it's giving a big red candle. Price going down, big red candle. Okay, price going up, green candles. Again, retested here. A lot of red candles did a consolidation and then retested to move up again. A lot of red candles, less green candles. So this is how your price action should be. You have to carefully watch and you need to understand. So over the period, you learn this, that how to check this price action and what the market might do. So right here, we'll wait for something like this. And then again, right here, I want something like this. Okay. Not so such a big price action, something, yeah, around this area only. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So again, I might find resistance area on a smaller time frame. Like I know this is resistance. Okay, let's mark this. But I want something like around 30 minutes or something like that to have a resistance, right? So you can see this area right here is a liquidity level and a resistance. So all I want price to do is break this level for me, and maybe on retest or depending on what the market is giving me, I will look for buy. Okay. The price to come here, and the second time all I want is a breakout of this level. That's it. USD CAD happening soon, so green. Euro AUD, was it last week? Okay, yeah, this was last week. And I was thinking whether I entered this week. So this was last week, and yeah, I had entered this trade last week, and again this trade I had entered based on a retest. It was a sell limit order again because this was a support line for me. and the recent low mainly. So once the price came here, I got the entry and no drawdown, and then it hit my TP. I'll keep it here. Let's see on daily. This trend line is no more required. I think I could have made a better trend line. Wait a second. It was already there. So retest happened right here. That's why I said I could have made a better trend line. So retest is here, and let's remove these lines now. It's no more required at all. Cool. So I see a small breakout right here, but we don't know if it's a real breakout or not. This is a daily support, and I like this price action for euro odd. It's really nice. I think this is going to be a top pair for me this week. Reason being, I'll tell you. First, let's check everything we can see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now the reason this might be a good pair for us is, see, right here it gave a breakout and it gave a really nice retest because the candle closed way lower the support line. Okay. Right here we have the candle closing right on the support line a little lower, but then a green candle retesting the area, which is very soon. A better price action would have been a candle to come here and then retest around this place. For example, this one is retesting around these levels. But let's see what we have. 4 hour. You see the 4 hour candles are really nice. They are big. The green candles way more smaller. For example, for the price to move from this place to this, it took only 3 candles, but it took 4 candles to go halfway back up. Right? Yeah. So this is the low, and all I want price action to do is break the low. Nothing much, no, not much structures or anything. All I want price action to do to sell is break the low, and then I'll enter on the test. Something like this. Yeah, I can keep a stop loss around this level maybe because I see these are the liquidity areas. Once the price has moved down from these levels, clearly we'll see this price, this a level is going to start acting up as liquidity area because it's not just once it has these areas acted. 1 2 3 4 5, this whole area is going to become a position from where institutions will push the trade towards your direction. So this is what you want to do. uh, you don't want the whole stop loss to be around here. You want your stop loss to be covering the liquidity levels, and then you keep distance of around 0.5 to 1 ATR. Okay, this will cover you a lot, and if that fails, then of course the trade wasn't there for you. It's just the win rate thing then. Let's see, but it's really nice. And other side, like if I want to enter a buy on this, I would look for, okay. So I would look for a price action which looks like this. Okay. It's beautiful and it's going to be very nice, I'm sure. Even if it hits my SL, I like the price action so much on this pair. I want the price to come around here. Okay. Break down, maybe do consolidation or just go up directly. But then I'll look for a retest of this level. And I'll simply put a buy limit. I'll put a buy limit to for the upside. The upside can be defined, let's say the price moves here. Okay, the upside can go as high as this or higher. Okay, the stop loss can be the swing low. Like if the price does something like this, then we have a stop loss around here. And it's also a good area. You see the liquidity, and then we have more liquidity on this, but the recent liquidity levels are these. So if the price comes here after moving up, I'm sure it will first react from this place itself. And you see what the price action we are looking at is something like this. The price to come here, like go up, retest, and then go up again. Same way. The only thing is, let's say the price is consolidating something like this. I might look at the entry. I might not put a buy limit. So if you see this price action, it's really nice. All you have to do for a trade right here is wait for the consolidation to get over and wait for another breakout. So you see a body closing right above the wicks or near the wicks. This is what our entry would look like then. Stop loss away from here. Like this is what 65 pips. Don't get scared by the numbers because this is 1 hour candles and still we close in maybe 1 or 2 days. So easy 1:2. Very smooth. Like this trade happened on Friday and ended on Monday. 2 days. The two first half. Let's see. I'll update maybe what kind of price action we are looking at. Just comment below that if you want me to update on Telegram, what kind of price action, like if you want to see the price action I am looking for. But this is a top pair. I'll post it on Telegram. Join the Telegram. Comment below if you want the exact price action during the week I am looking for. USD JPY, another beautiful pair. Again, this was a trade I took. Yeah, this was last week. So this was a sell limit order again. I got the entry right here. Okay. And the price moved really nice. On Friday, I closed it. See, 3.56. I closed it a little higher, I guess. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but this is the trade I took, and this was a sell limit. I was very much emotionally scared because the trade went around till here, and I was there. I was all in on this, like 1% only, but I was, of course, every trader is emotionally invested somewhat in trade, even they say that they don't care, but deep in their hearts they care. So this was a nice trade. Let's look at what we are looking for. Okay. I forgot to pay attention to this trade this week. USD JPY, I didn't look back again. The price came back real nice. Okay. Gave a fake breakout. Yeah. And beautifully retested this level as well. If you see on 30 minutes. Yeah. Retested. Broke above. And then still here. But anyway, the price didn't do much. I don't know what was there last week. A lot of consolidation has happened last week. And the second thing is, even when this happens, it doesn't matter. The price comes here, okay, and then goes back again. After a moment like this, the first time after it has touched here, it is going to touch multiple times. Okay. So this is one of my secret trades which I take without thinking much. I love this USD JPY. This is just like GBP USD last week. I'll mark it green because it doesn't matter if it happens on in this week or next week, but I'll put a buy limit directly. Just make sure you don't enter on the news. Reason being, the spreads are going to get way higher and then your stop loss will eventually hit. So just remove the trade when there is red folder news and put the trade back again when there is no news. Only you only have to care about the news on USD and JPY pairs. So I am going to look for a trade like this. Okay. Yeah, right here because I don't want to miss the trade. And then a stop loss of I know it's not going to go till here because this was again a complete high touch and then a low touch, touching a resistance and then coming back to support. But right now it's right here, so the touch is going to be here because if you can see the game, the whole thing is about probability. The price is once it has touched here from after resistance, the price comes down, goes up, comes down again to move up. Okay, does the same thing here as well. Almost resistance. Okay, comes down. Then the next time it comes on this level, does the same thing. Does the same thing. Comes down, does the same thing. Even though it has taken a lot of time, but it does the exact same thing and it doesn't go deeper. Right here as well. The price went deeper only when coming from near the resistance. Okay. So the same price action and we are keeping a maximum stop loss. There are two stop losses, but I don't want a very tight stop loss. So I'm happy with a trade like 1:4. I'm very much happy of taking a trade like this. So USD JPY top pair of the week. I'm sure we are not going to find a better pair than this. And this trade itself can give me 4%. I think I'm done for the week. I don't want anything else. One trade I'm done. Now let's look at GBP JPY. GBP JPY, GBP JPY. Okay, okay. You see what's happening here? So these kind of price action is generally seen on pairs like JPY and gold. Okay. So exactly happening here is this thing is called equal lows. Okay. Equal lows, and then a deeper retracement to push back further. And then what happens is it breaks out, retest the level, and then go up. We are looking for exactly something like this again. Like last week, we want the price to give a clear breakout rather than this. Okay. Give us a clear breakout and then move back up again. And what will happen eventually is let's say we have a trend line marked here. Let's look at it. I'll mark it to the pip. And then we have something like this. Okay. So eventually when it surpasses this level and it will suddenly become a support. You see, this has been already acting as a resistance. All we want for this price to do is break the support, break the resistance and then give us a really nice trade. And this line, once the price action has crossed this level, it will become a support. You can then stay in the trade for as long as you want and it can give you good return. So GBP JPY is a green pair now. Last week this was a blue pair because last week I had said this might not, the trade might not happen this week, which is exactly what happened. The trade did not happen last week, but this week it's completely possible. The only problem I see is somewhat a little resistance on this, because this is a trend line and the price has been rejecting it and staying lower on this. Let's see what happens. What's there for us? I can maybe, wait for the price to move up here and then retest the trend line instead. That would be a better price action. Do this. Yeah. I think this will be much safer trade because a resistance line always brings a deeper push. Look at this. A deeper push. A deeper push. Right? So imagine a deeper push towards upside. That's what we want. We want a stop loss to be smaller and below the trend line. And eventually, uh, the thing you can do here is once you have a trade like this, you have a trend line, and when it's starting to follow your trend line, you can easily manage your risk and keep your stop loss tighter and tighter over the period. So this is what we want. GBP JPY. So we have enough pairs. GBP JPY is again one of the top pairs, and I think I'm good. I'll still look at a few of my favorite pairs. USD CAD, we looked at it. Let's see. Gold, I'm not looking at it because it's at a very higher high. In fact, I had told my friends, so if you follow me on Instagram, so I have a personal group on WhatsApp where I have really close friends in that group, and I give them things to buy, not based on like a trade or positions where leverage is involved. They only buy uh, they buy the whole thing, like they buy ETFs, all that stuff. So I had told them to buy up at a price around here. Okay. And one of my friends actually did. He bought a solid gold of around, I don't know, 30,000 40,000 dirhams. Okay. And now the price action is here. It has benefit, like he has benefit the most. And some people did buy, some people did not, but this was best. Anyway, the price is like on the breakout. I'm not going to analyze this now. USD CHF. The reason I can't analyze XAUSD is you can see that I'm a price action trader. I trade based on support, resistance, and trend lines. I can based on EMA as well, but I have to see that trend, and that is going to happen in the moment, like on the 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, and a trend where you see structures like 4 hour here, where you want to see structures going like this. So that's more important. So this is again USD CHF, a good place to look at the trade. Okay, let's see it on the daily time frame. It's it's at a really good place. The only problem I see is this level. Wait, yeah, okay. And once, so we don't have much history here. So let's go on the daily time frame again. If I can see if we can find some. Nah, nothing here. It's at a low. So USD CHF, I love this pair. Reason being, once I had caught a 1 is to 12 on this pair. 1 is to 12, imagine. And that too in a week. 12% in a week on a single pair in one trade. It was somewhere back above, it was just ranging. And I was just, I saw a really good range. and it was just about to start. And just like USD JPY, I'm telling you, put a buy limit. I had put a buy limit. Okay. And the trade started going up, and the candles were so big that I removed my target to just let the price go as big as they want. And it really kept moving. And I have taken the trades like USD JPY several times. And when I talk to people on Minds and other sections, they are not happy with the decision I take. But if I'm making bank, I'm making bank. I don't care. So the price right now, I can see the price action can clearly move around here. Okay. Maybe we can catch a trade right here on a 30-minute time frame if the price action does something like this. If you see a price action like this has come down right here and then it gave a breakout, you can buy on the retest. Okay. But we need structure like this. We need a structure where price has created a lower high, went down to create a lower low, and then breaks that lower high. Okay. Once that has happened, don't worry, don't think about it. Just put a buy limit, and then your stop loss would be around here, and just wait for it. Or if you see structures like this, you can have your stop loss a little tighter over here. Reason being, this is consolidation. This is consolidation. Very small candles moving like a green and red forms. So this is kind of a small support on 30-minute time frame. And if you keep something like that and put a buy limit here, your target will be easy 1 is to 2 or 1 is to 3 on a smaller levels. But we also need to see what kind of price action we are getting, because that's also a easy stop loss hit. If the price had to reverse from around here or just take some liquidity, then it's not a good price action. So maybe if you're targeting a price action around till here and see a breakout, this is a really good level to enter. For example, I think it's not going to affect you so much. Let's say this was something like this was our buy limit, stop loss of this covering the low, and a easy 1 is to 2. Target is going to be the same and everything same. Only that we want a 30-minute structure change. This is also a good pair. I love what the price action has done. What I want is price action keep doing something like this, breakout, buy around here, and then maybe this is the target. I don't know. You'll see from the past. Yeah, around this level. Yeah, really nice. Another trade we can also look at here is, see, the price is continuously moving down, right? So we also need to prepare for the short. The continuous trend has been to sell, right? So all we can also look at a trade something like this. But remember one thing: when you see a line like this, right? This is where the liquidity might happen or a flip might happen. And maybe the flip might not happen, but the price might come back here to, let's say you're in a short position, the price will come here and then go back above your stop loss. And you can't call it a stop loss hunt, it's a liquidity grab, and then to push down further in your direction. So only enter trades when you see a liquidity grab right like this. Only enter trades when the price has moved down. Okay, then maybe you can look for a retest, but not like a price action has just moved down below this a little smaller. Like this is what the low is 722. Okay, and you see the candle coming at 710 or 700 and then rejecting. No, you want a low maybe around 650 or 600, something like this. Maybe at least the thing is you want one ATR on the, sorry, on the daily candle. Sorry, not the daily candle, on the 1 hour candle. You want your candle to go not 180 or actually more. I want the structure to form something like this. Go double on this. A double structure of this. Go double on this and then retest and then sell. So once a price is around here, only then I'll put a sell limit. It's as simple as that. Uh, let's see. Let's see how we can put it on 4 hour. Yeah. So sell limit like this. Or you can do one more thing if you want to tight a stop loss. The problem with this is a stop loss is going to be huge. Okay. But USD CHF gives really nice larger price actions. Okay. If you have a stop loss like this, you will find a good trade eventually. But you can also do wait for something like this. I might wait for it. That price action come here, consolidate a little, and then give a push which is breaking the low. Okay. Now my stop loss is going to be around here rather than here. Okay. And a tighter and a better stop loss, and the target is going to be smaller, or 1:2 or 1:3. I'm not so much into, I don't want to be greedy on my trades because I have seen uh, my accounts get blown up when I get greedy. So I'm fine with 1:2, 1:3 when we don't have specific targets. Okay. Don't go way too high on this. Just 1:2 is enough. USD CHF might happen very soon. So green, and again one of the top pairs. So we do so I think these top four pairs is something which I'll be looking at frequently, and all these NZD, USD, GBP, USD, I don't know. I mean, I got better pairs now, so I might not look at them so much. And we have a lot of pairs already done with these top pairs are very attractive. So we are done for the week. Thank you for watching. Join the Telegram, subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell icon. I am also teaching everything I know in a trading mastery series, and it's completely for free. I am providing all the education you need and to do analysis like this and trade like me. And I am trying to put it in a way where content is easy to understand. Okay, and the way I understood it. Because I have also, of course, learned it from a lot of people. All these things I speak and I talk about is from a lot of people, but so much information is difficult to grasp, and every person has a different way of teaching. So I am going to put all of this information and everything I understand and more what I have like with which came with my personal experience in the course. So subscribe now, hit the bell icon. I'm putting a lot of content, and I'll see you in the analysis video next week and in my courses very soon. Maybe in 2 3 days, we'll find another video. Thank you for watching again.